Whenever you are using this software after your analysis and design, and then you are checking your beams, you normally get this error once you change your beam depth. For example, if the beam depth is not sufficient, and once you say OK, automatically everything you have done is cancelled. And most times it can be very tiring or very depressing if you have done for a very lengthy time, and then just about the ending you now have this error, and once you say OK, everything will cancel. I'll be showing you how to correct that issue in this video. So with that, let me walk you through right now to what to do. Now, this is a 15-story building I designed for a client, and then if you now look at to the interactive design here, you can see that I have already done my interactive design, everything here. You can see that I have checked my beams, checked my columns and everything. Now, if I now go ahead now and then go and change the depth of my beam, for example, if this beam was failing, I come now and I change this depth. For example, I can change it here. I change it to, for example, 750, while it was 650 here. I change to 750 here, and then I quickly click on my OK here, rebar here, and then I come here, click on this place here. Sorry, this didn't change. If I come now 750 and then click anywhere here, right, and I come now, click here, and once I click on OK now, you will see this error, this message will come out here, right? Now once I say OK or yes, automatically everything I have done, every analysis I have done and design will cancel. Now, how do you then correct this without you having this issue? Because you are meant to say yes to be able to effect these changes that happen here. And if I say yes, I will start afresh. And if I say no, then I have not checked this beam because this beam was not sufficient, okay? For example. So in that case, what will I do? If I say no, this beam remains 650 as it is. And I am meant to say yes because I want to edit this beam. And I've already gone far a very long time. Alright, so what do I do? This is what you will do. For example, let us check one beam here. I have done this beam, I've checked it. Let us confirm what this reinforcement bar is currently. You can see the bar is 3Y20, 3H20 up and bottom. Alright, correct. Now, if I now say OK, just leave OK, and I also check this beam again here. Right click here and check this beam. Right. Now we are going to use any of this beam for as an example. So you can see that I have also checked this beam. These are 25, 325 up and top and bottom. Okay, that's fine. So in this case, now that shows that I have checked all my beams. All right, I have done my interactive design and everything is okay. All right. Now it is now left to one beam. For example, I assume that this beam was failing, and I want to perform a change to this beam depth. Alright, if I then come now and click on this, let me assume that this beam was failing and I am meant to increase my beam depth to 750, and I come here and increase my beam depth to 750, and then I click on anywhere here and I'll click on rebar, and then maybe the beam has passed. Alright, I know that. Now since you alter the depth of this beam, and then once I say OK, you will see this error here. Alright, this error here. Now if I say yes, automatically you can see that everything you have done is cancelled. Alright, so what it means is that most of you goes back again and then begin to check back the design again, because all the analysis have cancelled. If you check on this place now, you can see that it has cancelled. Alright, so it now requires you to go and do what? Reanalyze the whole building again. And most times, if you don't take time, all the beams you have checked for like all the stories will now become invalid, which means that you now begin afresh to be checking your beam, because if you still check again, you see that everything is still showing not what analyzed. Can you see that? Before it was showing green. Alright, but right now everything now is now showing yellow. So what do you then do to make sure that those your beams that you checked, all the beams you have checked, still remains the same numbers of rebars as you have checked them before, without then now you can see that it is showing what analysis has not been updated. So what do you then now do to make sure that this reinforcement remains the same, that after you now rerun your analysis, you still have everything you have checked the same, and then what you just come and do is to update this particular one that you're about to check. Now I'll be showing you on that now how to do that. Let's go through that. Now to do that perfectly, once you have done this your beam design and you have changed the depth, and then you have checked that this 750 is okay for the beam, okay, and then you have done everything is okay, and then you have said okay, because that thing has cancelled, what you then do is to rerun the analysis, because without doing the analysis you can't be able to export your design report. And most times, if you have not yet done the foundation design, you can be able to do the foundation design. So what you then do, you then come here, click on this place, all right, analysis, building analysis. Now once you click here, go to this place, analysis here, click on building analysis, and then wait for that to finish up. You can see that it will say that so and so and so and so. Yes, just say yes, okay, because everything was cancelled before. Now on that note, you will then hold on for a while for that to display. Now this is where everything gets messy for you. For example, if you don't want to start afresh from what you have done before, what you do, make sure you don't check this, all right? Because once you check this, what it means is that you want to redesign the whole columns, the whole beams, the whole shear walls, basement wall that you have done. And when it is designing afresh, what happens then? It might change the reinforcement of what you have done. So what will you do then? Don't check anything here, leave everything as it is, come here and then click on what? Building analysis. Now once you do this, wait for a while for the analysis to finish. Now what you're doing is just the analysis alone and not the design. So it will not interrupt or cancel all the beams that you have checked, all the columns that they have checked, or all the walls that you have checked. Now once this is done, you just wait for it to finish up. You just give it time to finish up, and then once it is done, we'll then move on to the next phase. Now once you have done your analysis and it's done, this drift displays. As you can see, all our drifts are okay and okay. That's fine. I'll then come and do what? Click on what? Okay here. So right now we are done with our analysis. You can see here analysis what? Successful. So we have now rerun the building analysis for this. I will then come and do what? And then click on what? Okay here, or close. Now on clicking on this my close here, you will then come back to this place. You can see that now everything now becomes how it is. Now the first thing to do is to come and check back all the beams. This beam was 3H20 top and bottom. Let's now check if it is still the same thing that we have. So come back now and then check back. You can see that it is still what 3T20 that we have. That is fine. And again, let's now check this again here. This one was 3H25 up and bottom. So come again here and then right click here and then check again to check this. We can still see that we still have the same reinforcement. Nothing changes. Now let us go and check the one that we changed to 750 if it really changed. You can see that now this is now 750. Can you see that? Correct. So you can see that we changed our beam size and we still maintain. You can see that everything is the same. So you can see that we still maintained the same thing that we had before, because whenever you click on that design and then you check those designs, that means that it will now redesign the whole beams and columns, and everything you have checked has cancelled. The software has not given you his or her own option. That means that you now have to begin to give your own option again by doing your design checks again, which will take you longer time and might take you days to finish up. Then another thing again to do again is, after you have done with this, if it is still showing yellow, all right, for example, if I come here now and take my 3D and then come and check on my review here to confirm that all my 3D is still green, okay, that is fine. Now if it is still showing yellow, what do you then do? Or orange, because orange color means that it is an expired what analysis. Now if it is still showing that, what do you then do? What you do is to come here after you have run your analysis. You have confirmed that all your analysis here are okay, that is fine. You then come to your design tab here. Now on your design tab, what do you do on your design tab? When you are on this your design tab here, don't go and say design all right. For example, the place that we had the issue was the beam. When the thing showed yellow, all the columns were still showing green. That means that the columns was not affected, all right? But the beams were affected based on what analysis. So if it is still showing expert analysis after you have run this your building analysis here and it's still good, what do? Come here, design tab, and then click on what story beams here. So what it means is that we are trying to redesign the story beam. Now you can see that all our beams are okay. Can you see that? They are all okay. So what do you then do? If it is still showing expert analysis, come here, don't come to this place here, batch mode, click on this batch mode, and then make sure this is where everything again get messy again. Come here and make sure you don't check this. If you check this, you're telling the software to do what? To for it to choose all the beam reinforcement for you. That means that everything you have checked before will like cancel. It will not give you a new numbers of bars for the beams or for the columns. So don't choose this. Instead, choose this one here. Now this one says check steel. Yes, check the steels if they are okay, but don't select steel when the previous bar is insufficient. All right. Now, because the reason why you choose this option, they say don't select steel when previous bars are insufficient is because you have already checked all your beams and it was sufficient. So you already know that all the beams you have checked were sufficient. The reason why you're doing this again is because of that beam that it changed to 750 or that it changed the depth. So in that case, you come here and say you choose this option. This is the only option that will still maintain what you had before or what you have checked before or what to make what you have done before not to change. So once you have done this, you then click on what calculates, and by doing this, it will now redesign the whole beam, but keeping the ones you have done. All right, keeping the ones you have done intact without changing it. So that is how it is. But in this case, I will not click on this because I have already shown you that. But that's how to do that. But if here was still showing expert analysis, then I would have clicked on what calculate. Okay, that is fine. So this is how you can correct that whenever you have such issue. Okay, that is fine. Now in my next video, I will be showing you, we will be doing a walkthrough on the complete building design for this 15-story residential building sitting on a pile-raft foundation. All right, this foundation course is already on our premium video, which is on our membership, and people have already started watching it over there. But I will be showing you fully how to now design this building completely. As you can see that we have the CAD file here already on AutoCAD. So I'll be using, this is our GA, this coordinates here, this contours is for the foundation for the raft slab. Now you can see that. So we will be using this to perform the 15-story building design for this particular building that you saw. So this is the architectural plan, as you can see that, and this is our column points and our wall, reinforced wall, and we used core walls on there. I can see that this is a core wall. So I'll be showing you also how to model a core wall on this 15-story building. Okay, that is fine. So if you have not subscribed to our channel, click on the subscribe button, and if you find this video very useful, please click on the share button, share to your friends and colleagues, and then also give this video a like so that this video can go viral to help also other younger engineers. See you on our next video. Bye for now, and then bye then.